Scroll through your feed for 5 seconds. You'll see faces, smiles, selfies, moments carefully chosen to be seen. Now pause and think about the people who aren't there. No profile photos, no selfies, no stories. They exist, they watch, they live full lives, quietly. And here's the question most people never ask. What does it say about someone who chooses not to be visible in a world obsessed with being seen? We live in an era where sharing is automatic, food before the first bite, trips before the memory settles, faces filtered, framed, and posted for approval. So when someone doesn't participate, it stands out, not loudly, but deeply. Most assume it's insecurity or shyness or fear, but psychology tells a very different story. Let's look beneath the surface. First, internal validation. People who rarely or never post photos often don't rely on external feedback to feel okay with themselves. Their sense of worth isn't built on reactions. No likes to boost it, no silence to threaten it. They already know who they are. When self-esteem is internal, attention becomes optional, not necessary. And when validation comes from within, the urge to perform disappears. Second, emotional boundaries. Posting a photo seems harmless, but emotionally, it's an invitation to opinions, to interpretation, to being misunderstood. Some people are deeply aware of this, and they choose not to open that door, not because they're fragile, but because they're selective. They understand that not everyone deserves access to their image, their mood, or their life. Privacy for them isn't secrecy, it's self-respect. Third, resistance to comparison culture. Social media doesn't just show lives, it ranks them. Better bodies, better lifestyles, better happiness. People who opt out of posting photos often refuse to play that game. They don't want their life measured against someone else's highlight reel, and they don't want to become a highlight reel for others. Their focus is living, not competing. Fourth, psychological energy management. Every post creates a loop. Post, wait, check, react, repeat. Some people recognize how draining that cycle can be. They choose to conserve their mental energy instead of spending it on digital feedback. This isn't laziness, it's awareness. They invest their energy where it feels real. Conversations, experiences, presence. Fifth, identity clarity. For some, photos feel like a distortion, a reduction. They don't want to be known as an image, or a vibe, or a brand. Their identity is layered, fluid, and private, and no single frame can capture that. So they stay offline not because they have less to show, but because what matters to them doesn't translate well on a screen. Here's the truth most people miss. Not posting photos is rarely about hiding. It's often about protecting peace in a world that rewards exposure. These people aren't invisible, they're intentional. And that intention is powerful. So here's the question for you. When you post, are you sharing or are you seeking? And when you don't, are you disconnected or simply grounded? Now, I'm curious. Are you the observer who values privacy, the person who avoids comparison, the one who protects their energy, or the one who finds freedom in being unseen? And if you do love posting your photos, what drives you? Share your perspective in the comments. If this made you think, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because sometimes the most interesting psychology belongs to the people you don't see.